Good day everyone, and welcome to episode 9 in our series of Rebel Inc. We are continuing today down at the Southern Desert, our second attempt at this map, and without further ado, let's keep the battlefront running. And of course we are Operation November Garden. And we start off with good news in this episode because more children are attending school. Previously empty or abandoned school buildings are becoming fit for purpose once more, with 52% more children able to attend school as a result. Huzzah for us! Let's just pause this for a second because, very quickly recapping, in the last episode, we moved in with our coalition forces to retake this sector here, Gulf Whiskey, because it's an urban sector and it was the only urban sector on the map that the rebels had control of. So at the moment we're gathering intel and our aim is to win it back. And in the meantime, let's spend some money. I think we should spend some money. Water is still an issue, and I'm struggling to understand why. However, this is looking quite promising because at the moment, 12% of the population, I'm assuming that's what that is, out of a region of 298,000, 34,000 are supporters. So that's 12% of the population. 8% are hostile. And 240,000 are indifferent. Well, because neutral. We have to swing them one way or the other. Now, we are 50% stable. What does that mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, that's what that means. What have we got going on and what can we do to help people out? Corruption is still an issue. Provides a one-time decrease in corruption risk and a significant temporary decrease in corruption. Slightly speeds up rollout of initiatives. International assistance. Use electronic media, cell phones and radio to empower conversation amongst locals and rapidly communicate news to the region. Multiplies existing and future support levels. It's 13, but you know what? Regional census, rapidly, no. I like this one. Now, corruption risk is high. Let's do this. So we've just spent 2 wads of money. Let's see how we go when we proceed at speed 1. Coalition soldiers are gathering intel and they are almost complete. So what have we got going on in there? It is unstable. It has 8,000 hostiles. Yes, very high amount of hostiles. Well, we took it back from the rebels. So they go from hostile to, hey, stop that. Concern over lack of water and or sanitation. November Garden support level is falling in Gulf Lima because it isn't addressing local civilian needs. Check the zone and region screens for information. Okay, hold on. Soldier unit is idle. Drag it to a different zone to deploy it there. Well, sure, but okay. Hold on a minute. Oops, no, hold on. where was the water problem? It's that one. Now, that one, yes. 5 zones. Concern over lack of water. See, what I think would... Ooh, yeah, oh, okay, that's those two. Right, got that. What I think would be good is if you could put some priority into building infrastructure and this sort of stuff in areas where it was needed. The fact that you can't influence means that even though you've got the message, it's very difficult for you to actually do anything with it. Now see, down here though, we've got a high level of hostiles. Yeah, see, like a lot. So we need to be keeping an eye on this one. Oh, and we also have matters, foreign rivals supporting insurgents. Oh, now that's interesting. Now, let's have a look at this for a minute. To announce to the world that the rival countries support... Yeah, well, big deal. I mean, nobody cares. And the accusation will go, oh, well, whatever. Then the use deniable assets. Wasn't us. We didn't do it. No, we would never send troops into that area to blow up their bridges with their trucks on them. That was 100% chance there, slight. But now look at this. Use diplomatic back channels to try to get the rival country to reduce their support for the insurgents. A 30% chance that rivals slightly cut support for insurgents. Now, unless my memory is playing tricks on me, the last time we looked at that screen, I think it was 12%. It was low, whatever it was not 30. So that percentage has more than doubled. And apparently this foreign rival or diplomatic channels might work better over the long term, not the short term. So that is good for us, a 30% chance. Oh, look, they've slightly cut the funding and manpower that they are providing to the insurgents for now, sure, of course. And we're decreasing their capability. Nice. And that means they'll probably be contained in there. Now, what's this guy doing? Oh, no. 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 Definitely not. Okay, carrying on, everyone. And inflation. Well, inflation's down to 1%, yes. And I'm pointing at the screen. Did everyone see that? They see me point at the screen? Right there where it says corruption is at 18%, which is also pretty good. And we've got another idle unit. Oh my gosh, what? A soldier unit. Well, of course they're idle. They're guarding borders. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what's going to happen now, don't you? Yes, you do. There you go. Oh, look, they're attacking us. What a shame. And they're running back in there. Regional stability, 57%. That is pretty good for us. I think it's going quite well, actually. Now, let's just pause that for a minute. Our reputation's at 82. I would like to go and spend some money, actually. What I would like to do is, let's see what you are. No, don't like you very much. We've researched you. Now, what do you give us? An outreach office. Establish a team to identify ways for November Guard to engage effectively with different parts of the region. Slightly speeds up rollout of initiatives in individual zones. Let's have a look at the map for a minute. Water and sanitation are still the big issues. Health is in one, but nobody said anything about education. Now, What happens if we do roads? Look at that, isn't that interesting? Repair neglected power infrastructure, focusing on supply lines and generator capability. Increases support level and speeds up deployment of initiatives. What's this one do? Make zones more accessible. Gives bonuses to construction, combat and intel. Buy it. And then while we're at it, we're going to do a government thing as well. Actually, you know what? I might do a military thing. Embedded interpreters and local guides within each soldier unit to help them. Oh, embed, not embedded. Embed interpreters and local guides within each soldier unit to help them communicate with local communities. Soldiers gather intel quicker and increase local support level. Yes! Thank you very much. It's been a distinct pleasure, everyone. Carry on. There's 7 insurgents, fighters, and they're moving in there. That's got a lot of... Oh, literacy rates soar. Thanks to us, we are November Garden. And our recent literacy drive, the number of adults able to read and write in the region has risen by 51%. That's an outstanding achievement, and I'm not so sure I believe it actually, not for adults, but possible. Warning, insurgents are escaping, yes, but they're escaping back to where we've got them contained. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's isolate them even further, causing them enormous trouble as stability rises above 60%. This is looking very promising for us. What's going on here? Ooh. Try to talk. Do I care? Do I care? No. No, I'm going to delay once more. Okay. Until we actually, you know what? I shouldn't have delayed. I should have gone back in there. What do you mean away? Oh, we're up to 72. All right, we need to do more. We're down to 7% corruption. You know what? We're actually in a pretty good position looking at this. So much so, in fact. Now, what do you do? Allow soldiers to help out local communities when not engaged in combat or gathering intel. Soldiers help roll out initiatives and increase local support. That's good. Embed experts in local anthropology, religious concerns and political science within each soldier unit. Soldiers gather intel quicker. Coalition soldiers become luxuries. Like, well, there aren't many of them, but that one is a good one. I'm going to do that one. Military. I think we should do another government. What do you do again? Slightly speeds up the rollout. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. And then in the civilian area, $5, $8, $12. Land rights significantly increases support level. That's 1 in each now, 1 military, 1 government, 1 civilian. Has driven up corruption a bit, but it's got the money down. I think we're doing extremely well. 91 reputation, 64% regional stability. That's pretty good. Let's just have a look at this for a minute, because that's flashing at us. Oh, they kidnapped the foreign journalist. Well. Oh, we could put soldiers in there to rescue them. I wonder if we could do that. You know what? Let's give it a shot. Oh, we still can't do it. We'll pay the ransom. It was a good idea, though. Increase insurgent capability. Yeah, well, we gave them money, didn't we? We got poor reputation, though. We'll increase the... Well, you know, let's... Well, they're gathering intel. We're at 66%. The pressure's on, you know. We may actually... Oh, now what are you doing? Oh, they're awaiting orders, are they? Now they're going to escape back into there. Let's see what you were doing first. Foreign rivals supporting... Oh, look at that. It's gone up to 65% chance. So it... What are we hearing here? I think it went from 12 to 30, and now it's gone from 30 to 65. So I like the subtle pressure option. But it failed. But it was worth the try. Contact re-establish. Yeah, let's try and talk to them. What could go wrong, right? Insurgents agree to start peace talks. Yeah, well, I'm kicking your butt, buddy. That's why. Reports from healthcare advisors indicate that November Garden has overseen a 26% rise in the number of people with access to quality medicine. Good for us, right? Ah, you misery. See peace progress on the right-hand side. Not much at the moment, you would have to say. But what we can do is pause the game with 90% in the bank. Oh, some 90%. Well, we do have a high reputation, but we are now going to go and get another set of coalition troops. And now, what's the story here? Garrison set up fortified checkpoints across the zone to detect and hinder enemy activity. Improve zone security, making it harder for insurgents to take control. Maybe. Garrison forces integrate. No, I don't want that. Now this one. General secures additional contracts to arm national soldiers with underbarrel grenade launchers and shotguns. Significantly increased national soldier combat strength. Howitzers and mountable rocket artillery. No, I like this one. Because the guys on the ground need some... well, what's this one? This is 13. No, we go for the bang for buck first. And we're going to have to get over there and deal with these guys in a minute. There we go. And here come the coalition troops. Now, what does that symbol mean? Building something. We're building something. Coalition troops are building... Ah, no, you don't. Buddy. You know what? You move there and hold them in. Peace. Political participation. November Garden gives insurgent negotiators what they want. Giving in makes you seem very weak. So what are we doing here? They can participate politically. Yes, I'm going to let them set up a party. I've given in one, okay? Everyone note, I gave in just one item. You know what? You're going to extend because we're going to get a bit angry at the minute. And they're trying to escape into there. Are they really? Well, that's just not going to work very well because we're going to go and kick their butt. Site in Gulf Whiskey chosen for November Garden Garrison. The answer is yes. Another garrison, good for us. And what's going on over here? Ah, victim repatriation. Repatriation. The government apologises. Don't think so. Both sides apologise. Don't think so. Insurgents apologise. Oh my gosh, it's apologise, and the answer is yes, you do. So far we're batting 1 for 1, as far as I'm, 1 for 1. That's how I read it. Women's TV network ratings soar. A new television network founded by and aimed at women is making headlines. A leading presenter claimed that women's rights reforms pushed through by November Garden are making the network possible. Well, good for us. The hardliners are going to kick back though. You watch. You just watch. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Insurgents destroyed in Foxtrot Mike. Aha. Yeah. Yep. Now we've got it contained in one. So what I'm going to do is check out what this is. Transitional justice. So far we're 1 for 1, right? November Garden gives insurgent negotiators what they want. No, we're not doing that. November Garden and insurgents compromise. Imprison all insurgent leaders. Imprison some insurgent leaders. How would you be if you were working for the insurgents and you knew that your negotiators were going to send, in inverted commas, some of you to jail? Would it be you? Would it be, well, who would it be? So 1 for 1, so 2 for 1 now. 2 for 1. Okay, now you pull out of there and go there. You pull out of there and go back up there. Because I just like whacking the insurgents, frankly. Because I know they're going to move back into that area and then we're going to attack them again. Because that's what we do. November Garden runs large budget surplus, do we? Ooh, fund the military. Increased military budget, increased national soldier strength, cost 33. Ooh. 40 chance corruption, 40% chance corruption, 52% chance corruption. You know what? I'm going to donate it to charity. Donated money to local charities. No, gosh. Corruption's up again. 7% though. Okay, hold on. We need to pause this for a minute and spend some money. So we should do... Oh, what's this? I don't think I've seen this before. Open export offices and identify products suitable for international markets. Provides more jobs. Significantly increases support level. Hostile population reduces effectiveness. That's 8. That's 11. Industrial support. In urban zones. Yeah. Commercial support. Significantly increased support level, especially in urban zones. I'm going to do it. Actually, before I do that, those 3 and these 2. Let's have a quick look at that for a second, shall we? Remote. Where's the issues here? Stable. It seems to me that we could do well to improve things in the remote communities. So that's what I would like to do. So I think it's this one, isn't it? Accelerates rollout of initiatives and increases support level in remote zones. Yes. Now the government doesn't need to worry about, what's this? Doesn't need to worry about this yet, but we will come up to it. Speeds up rollout of initiatives in remote zones. Yes. And militarily, what do you do? Significantly increases combat bonuses that soldiers receive from garrisons. Thank you. Done. Okay, everyone, let's just check this guy before we go on. Protests against new women's rights laws. Now, this is the one that we couldn't get to before because we hadn't supported the women's group effectively enough. Now, the upshot is that we can reject their concerns, which is going to hurt us. And the rural and remote areas are going to be where the problem is. And that's we got to watch, because that's where the insurgents are. We can roll back the reforms, but first of all, we're going to get international anger. And then because we're backing down, those sorts of people that feel like it's a license to go and harm others for having freedom, that's what we don't want. Now, this one, on the other hand, we can go directly to the critics. We can use engagement and education to convince critics that women's rights reforms are essential for the future of the region. Costs $3, not a big deal. And there's a slight chance of corruption, but this has the best chance of overall getting a good outcome for everybody. Decision offers opportunity for unethical people to illegally enrich themselves. Well, you know what? You people will just be people. Okay, here we go. Guns. Now, this one, no compromise on. You are going to hand in all your weapons. That's just it, buddy. If you're coming into the political process, you're not doing it with guns in your hands. Oh. Yep, that's the way this rolls. And there's new companies open for business. Significant financial backing provided by November Garden as part of its newly established development bank is giving local businesses a huge boost. Of course we are. We're freedom-loving and enterprising young individuals. What? Various sources of funding and manpower are increasing insurgent capability. Deal with them quickly before they get out of control. Oh, well, hold on. Can I bring in any more troops? The answer is I've only got one coalition guy left. But I'll tell you what we could do. We could do this one. Decrease cooldown of airstrikes. That'll give us some more firepower on the ground. And they better not pop up over there. You're building something. I think that's pretty good. Well, here we go. And in you go, and over you go. And then I'm going to knock you guys out for 6. Future coalition presence. We need to think about this one. We can lose 11 reputation on this. So what's the question? All international presence is withdrawn. Most is withdrawn, and the international forces remain indefinitely. Well, we don't want to leave our guys there anyway. I'm going to go with a compromise, so that's fine. And you held, and now you stay out of there. You stay out of there. Oh, and what? How'd you get back in there? Alright, I think we're going to call in that other coalition unit, because I think we need you. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this one. Now, what's happening here? Oh dear. Yep, you're going to have to stay. Sorry. I was going to pull you out, but we can't do it just yet. Alright. In you come. they're escaping. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's block you off. Well, what's this? Peace negotiations. Sign the negotiated peace deal. It will become significantly easier to stabilise the region. Sure. Reopen negotiations to demand a better deal. Or we antagonise them, or we reject the deal. Let's just hold on a minute, see where we're at. 78. You know what? Let's do it. Permanent peace is agreed. Reputation falls. The process to disband 16 insurgents reduces your reputation by 23. The insurgents control are active in 5 zones. Taking over the zones reduces your reputation by 24. People feel the insurgents came out slightly on top in the negotiation. This reduces your reputation by 1. Peace deal completed. Okay, now just hang on a minute. We're at 83%. My reputation's at 30. Are we still fighting the insurgents? Are we? 85. So I think we're still fighting them, frankly. Maybe. Are we? I don't... Oh, what's this? Foreign rivals supporting... You better not be. 100% rival cut support for insurgency. I think that's what we want there. The foreign rival has cut the funding and manpower. Yes. 97. I think we're going to win. Land settlement lead to jobs boost. November Garden's efforts to clarify and document land ownership is increasing investment and boosting the economy in the region. Fine. Move into there, please. 100% stability. 90 on my side. And victory! Operation November Garden successfully stabilised the whole region in 2014 by signing a peace deal with the insurgents. People have hope for the future. Now we got stars. Operation November Garden successfully stabilised the whole region in 2014, blah, blah, blah. Peace 100%, turns 904, support 30%. Don't know what that means. Stability 100%. 30% of the people supported me. Reputation was pretty low though, that was 30. Okay, let's have a look at the regional stats. Starting with stability. That was the peace deal. That's our support level. And these are the stabilised zones. So you can see that we were held a pretty good line through the game, actually, in terms of our stability growth. And in terms of zones, we did pretty well as well. Our reputation took a hammering at the end due to insurgents activity. Now, the loss due to corruption was pretty sharply up there, but then we stabilised it around there. Would have been good if we could have dropped that. We lost a bit due to the soldier deployment, but I think we needed them at the end of the day. But that one was the insurgent push at the end. Now, in terms of population, you can see here the hostiles were growing dramatically. And then we got them to drop it. Now, you know what? I think that will be the urban town that we took back, because that's where that population was. Once we got that population away from the insurgents, we were able to stabilise it. And it shrank over time too. So here it's growing, then we get the urban centre back, I think that's what that is, and then it slowly shrinks as time goes on. And our supporters, of course, rise. Corruption. No, now we did a good number on corruption. Yeah, but it did spike back up here a bit. But then we did okay. Our money did pretty well up until there, and I think that was towards the end where we had that insurgent push. Now they, on the other hand, that's the end point there where they got really active. Got pretty active in the early stages, but we kept them pretty well in check because we had them confined to 2 zones, so that was pretty good. And in terms of peace, whose strength, I wonder, is that? That's our negotiated strength. And that will be their push at the end, which brought that down to there. But we still got the deal signed, and that's the important thing. Now, we go back here, and that's it. Let's go back to the main menu. Congratulations, you have unlocked. I've unlocked something. There you go. And the pistachio forest map. I don't recall there being forests of pistachio nuts anywhere in the Middle East. Oh, we got an advisor. Congratulations, you've unlocked the investigative reporter. Check the advisor screen to hire them for your next operation. That's great. This will actually be our first advisor. Okay, we are down to pistachio forests. Thick forests run through this mostly rural community. Oh gosh. Limited roads, significantly reduced mobility. This is going to be a tough one. Look at the size of that centre though. This means pretty much jungle fighting. Oh, look at that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me today. We have won Southern Desert, and we're going to move on now in our next episode to Pistachio Forest. And I look forward to you joining me for that. Until then, please stay well, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.